drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Good. A few drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Good.
Hello. 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 Forbidden Memories 2 is a fan-made mod of Forbidden Memories 1. And it's a bad one, if I might add. Poorly made. Poopy, one might say. No, it's not an actual game. Technically, the actual sequel to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses on the PlayStation 2. But what you're referring to is a fan-made mod that is bad. It's a bad game. It's a bad mod, really. If you look at it in the context of this is a separate game from Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, then it's terrible, right? But if you look at it in the context of this is just a mod of the existing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which it is, then it is also fucking terrible, right? If you look at it in the context of, well, it was just, you know, a small team of people who made it, right? Then it's still fucking terrible, okay? And if you look at it in the context of, well, you know, they delayed it a bunch and they worked to update it, and the updated versions, you know, fix a lot of stuff, right? It's still genuinely fucking terrible, okay? Don't forget that. God damn it, I can't see out of my goddamn... I can see, it's just... There's like... anyone in here who wears glasses knows that, like, the worst feeling in the world is when your glasses are completely clean, but there's, like, this one fucking spot. The one smallest fucking imperfection in it when they're really clean. And it will drive you mad. You try to clean it, right? But you end up just, like, smudging them and making it worse. They either need to be really bad to the point where your brain is just like, I'm gonna fucking just, you know, zone out of that. Or it needs to be perfect. It can't just be almost perfect. See, this is just fucking one spot. It's not even in my main vision. It's in my peripheral vision. It's right fucking here. And it's barely there. But holy shit, kill it with fire. That's good. Must really hate FM2. There's a rule about not asking about it. The only reason that there's a rule for not asking about it is because I get asked about it a lot, and it gets really, really tiring just saying, no, I will not play FM2 ever. Why won't you play it? I don't like it. Why don't you like it? Like, now imagine that whole conversation happening over and over and over again, right? That's annoying as shit. If somebody wants to ask me where to win MBD over and over and over again, I'm not going to get mad at them for the most part, right? Anyone who's binged watched a couple of my streams in like a day or two will know that I get asked a lot of the same questions. If it's info about the game, fine. But if it's play FM2, will you ever play FM2? Hey, GFC, did you know that there exists Forbidden Memories 2? That shit gets annoying as fuck. This way, that it's in the description, if anyone asks it, I can just call them a retard for not reading the description. See, had I called them a retard without it being in the description, then I would be like, wow, why are you calling me a retard, bro? I'm new to the stream. But now I can be like, you're fucking retard. And they'll be like, wow, bro, you know, I'm new to the stream. And I'll be like, hello, new to the stream. I'm GFC. Read the fucking description next time, you actual ape. And then I'm in the right. I need to get a soundboard. I need to get a soundboard to record, like, so many different fucking, like, responses to questions. I need to get a soundboard, and then I need to get one of those Elgato Stream Decks, and just have every icon on it have, like, a different sound of me just being like, about FM2. My opinion on this, my opinion on that. Where do you win this card? Where do you win that card? How many what is 100%? What are you playing right now? What are you doing? Like, do you know how fucking awesome that would be? We kind of have that in the form of, like, bot commands, but that requires either me to type it, which is kind of annoying, or one of my mods to actually be competent and type it, which sometimes happens, but then you have 10 people will type the command all at the same time, or not even all at the same time. My mod will type in the command, and then another person will type in the command 10 seconds later, and then another person 10 seconds later, and then I get infuriated. So, yeah. No, we did not reach the end of the run. We never will. This run will never end, because I will never win a Blue Eyes. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey GFC, Gary here. Hello, Gary Oak. I did not know it was Gary, based off of that username. God damn it, why is Super here? You know, I thought I started streaming late enough for this retard not to be here past his fucking bedtime, yet here he is! Wasting my last 2 hours. No, I'm joking. Hi, Super. Welcome. No, I never got Blue Eyes. It's unobtainable. Now I have AIDS, tapeworm, and cooties. As long as I don't catch the gay from Super, then I'll be alright. Disclaimer, I have nothing wrong with gay people. I'm bisexual myself, so that makes it okay. I always thought that was bullshit. How people are like, oh, I am this, therefore I get to say this word. Like, oh, I'm black, I get to say the N-word. Or, I'm gay, I'm bi, I get to say fag, or something like that. I don't agree with that shit. And I don't agree with it in the sense that I think everybody could say those words. Either everyone can say them, or nobody can say them. That's how all words should be. Either we agree as a society for everybody to be able to say a certain word, or for nobody to say a certain word. That's how it should be. Nobody is allowed to say certain words just because of their sexuality, religion, race. That's bullshit, dude. It's either an okay word or it's a not okay word. You gotta pick one. You can't have it both ways. Like, well, you can't say, but I can say it. No, it doesn't work like that, bud. It's a word. It's either a bad one or a good one. The fucking flesh that is vibrating in order to create the sound does not change the sound, okay? Fuck. I worry more about context. Context is what matters with words. But the thing is that, like, a word is either okay to say in no context, in all context, or in some context, right? I can get behind that. But that should be the only qualifier for a word being okay. Not your race, not your sexuality. That shit's not a qualifier, fam. Context is a qualifier. Oh, but GFC, somebody who is not, I don't know, let's take gay for an example. Somebody who is not gay has not experienced the discrimination of the gay peoples in order to have a right to say that word. Only those who have experienced it firsthand, experienced the hatred firsthand, have a right to say those words, and replace that with any other word. Yeah, fuck off, dude. You're so dumb. Jesus Christ. So fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. Everyone says it or no one says it. That's the bottom line. Now, we could talk about context all day. We could talk about context until next week. That's fine. I'm fine discussing context, but I won't discuss, oh, a certain race can say one word, a certain race can't say that word, or a certain sexuality can say that word, but other sexualities can't say that. I won't even fucking entertain that idea because I think it's bullshit. Now, I will abide by it, right? I'll abide by it. And the only reason I'm abiding by it is because that is what society as a whole has decided upon, and I don't want to be socially ostracized, right? So I'll abide by it. Doesn't mean I agree with it, though. I want to make that very clear. I do, Super. I want to see it so bad! No, I'm joking. What are we talking about? We're talking about how I think that it is bullshit for certain sexualities to be able to say certain words, while other sexualities are not allowed to say certain words. For example, this is a word that is allowed on YouTube, okay? So I'm not going to get banned for saying this, right? And I'm just saying it in the context of talking about this topic because it's needed, right? The word faggot, okay? That word. There are lots of people... for full disclaimer, really, right now, I'm bisexual, okay? Done. Easy, right? So, because I'm technically bisexual, well, I am bisexual, I can say that word, according to society. A straight person cannot say that word. That's bullshit. And yes, this applies to the dreaded N-word. Okay? It also applies to the N-word. Either everybody is allowed to say the word or nobody is allowed to say the word. Now, we can, like I said, we could talk about context all day. All day. If a word is being said in a hateful context, it doesn't matter who it's coming from. It's not good. If somebody uses the word faggot in a hateful context, it doesn't matter if they are gay or straight. That is wrong. If we as a society could agree on that, if that's what society agrees with, then I'm good. Then that's correct, right? If we want to look at context and be like, okay, you just use that word in a really hateful way and you're gay. You just use that word in a really hateful way and you're straight. You're both wrong, right? That's what I think it should be. Not you used it in any context and you're straight, therefore it's wrong. Just because you're straight, that alone makes it wrong regardless of context. And just because you're gay, that alone makes it okay in any context. I don't agree with that. I think context is legitimately the only thing that matters. And that's only after we agree that a word is okay. If society agrees that a word is... Because again, either everybody is allowed to say it or nobody is allowed to say it, right? So if society agrees that everybody is allowed to say the word, fine. Now we can get into the context. If it's hateful, then no. If it's a joke or, again, different context that isn't being used in a hateful way, then fine. A word on its own cannot be bad without context. That's exactly correct. And a word on its own cannot be bad just because of the color of the skin of the meat sack that it's coming out of. That's bullshit. Okay? The N-word has a lot of history. It's a really disgusting word. It's been used in a lot of terrible contexts, and it has caused a lot of people a lot of fucking pain. I can get behind that, right? Because it's true. Anybody who denies that is just a fucking liar, right? That's true. It's a terrible, disgusting word. Okay? Because it's been most commonly used in such terrible contexts. And if society as a whole wants to ban it, that's fine. It's banned for everybody. And if society as a whole does not want to ban it, then fine. Then it's okay for everybody in certain contexts. But here's the kicker. If it's bad in a certain context, then it's bad for everybody in a certain context. Right? There is no such thing as, well, in that context, a straight guy saying it would be bad. But in that exact same context, if a gay person said it, that's okay. I don't agree with that shit. Because that shit is inherently wrong. That's my opinion anyway. Now, granted, like I said, even though that's my opinion, I'm still going to abide by whatever societal norms exist, right? Merely for fear of social ostracization, that's it, really. Right? I'm not the one who decides what words are and are not okay. Society as a whole decides that, but I think that they're deciding it incorrectly, and I don't agree with it. Yes, race should not come into the context of language. The context itself is the only thing that should be analyzed, right? You need to take the words that somebody would say, take the context around it, put it on a blank piece of paper, and then just completely remove from your mind who said it. And look at it just based off of what they said and the context of what they said. And off of that alone, make your judgment as to whether or not it is okay or not. Who said it, the race, all of that shit, sexuality, religion, none of that should come into the picture as far as figuring out whether or not it's okay. If it's used in a hateful context, then that's not okay. I can definitely get behind that. But you can't say that a word is just inherently hateful when it's spoken by a certain race or sexuality, because that's bullshit too. Because it's just not. It's just not true. Because if you're saying that it's wrong in all contexts, then what about, what about me right now? I just said the word faggot, but I only said it in order to describe this. So I was only saying it to describe something. Or what about movies? Movies that are set back during, fucking slavery times. Django Unchained. That had white people saying the N-word in it all over the place. Is that okay? Why is it okay? Oh, because they're white. It's not alright, right? It's just wrong in all cases. If a white person says it, right? But that's not true, because we know that the context is not hateful, even though it literally is hateful context in the movie, but we know it's not real. It's not real life. It's being used as a form of entertainment, as media, as an instructional tool almost. But if we're going to dissect context that much, and we're going to say that context is okay, but all other contexts are not okay, that's silly. In my opinion. Of course. Like, I'm fine if society wants to band together and say, hey, this word is just not okay in any context. There's just too much bad history behind that word. We are all gonna stop saying that word. Everybody. If society wants to do that, I am all for that. I can absolutely understand that, right? But it's really an all or nothing situation. It's either everybody is allowed to say it in certain contexts, or nobody is allowed to say it ever. There's really no, oh, well, certain people can say it in all contexts, but other people can only say it in certain contexts, right? I honestly think the best example is the N-word with white people. White people can say that word in certain contexts, i.e. movies, for example. Instructional texts about, when you're teaching, like, Huckleberry Finn and shit like that, right? That word is okay for white people to say in those contexts, but no other context. But if you're a person of color, then it's different. Then it's okay in pretty much any context. I don't agree with that. And that's not just me wanting to say it so bad, right? I don't want... What did I just do? I'm fucking retarded. I don't want to say the word. I just think that it's stupid for these for people to I mean, some people are genuinely fucking ruined over this kind of shit, especially in this day and age. It's fucking stupid, mate. I knew I was gonna fuck something up. Yeah, like, if we want to get into debates as to whether or not a word should be, like, totally banned, I mean, if we really want to get into that, then, like, in order to even get into that, we would first have to agree with the premise that I just gave of it's either okay for everybody or nobody, right? If we agree with that premise, then we can start getting into the nitty-gritty of, okay, well, what words would we want to ban for everybody, and what words would we want to allow for everybody? Now, when I say ban for everybody, I am very, 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 very against the idea of making any word in any context against the actual law and something that you can be fined or imprisoned for by the government. I don't agree with that. Now, social ostracization? Fucking hell yeah, dude. We could do that with whatever we want. You want to be an outcast? You want to be called a piece of shit? You want to lose all your friends? You want to potentially lose your job? That's all well and dandy. Getting arrested? No, don't agree with that. In any context. I don't care what the context is. And that doesn't mean that I'm advocating for you know, using words in hateful contexts, right? Because I'm not. If you do that, I think you're a piece of shit. I think that you should probably lose all your friends, and if you get your ass kicked, that kind of sucks, bud. But I don't think you should be arrested for it, because that sets a very dangerous precedent. And even if it didn't set a dangerous precedent, it's still wrong. Yes, I know every single fusion in the game for the most part. Well, that's actually not quite true. I know most of the fusions, like, by heart, but some fusions that I might not know, like, instantaneously off the top of my head are mostly, like, the magic fusions. So for those of you who don't know, like, magics, traps, and equips, they actually fuse with one another. There's actually tons of fusions with magics and traps to make other magics and traps. I don't know a lot of them by heart, only because they are legitimately never used in normal gameplay. The only time they're ever used is during a 100%. And I know some of them, I know a good bit of them, but there are some that I could not just pop off and tell you off the top of my head. But most, if it has to do with a monster, I can almost definitely tell it to you. But if it has to do with, like, multiple, like, magic cards fusing together to make other magic cards, or multiple equips and traps fusing together to make other equips and traps, might stumble a bit. Yeah, that shit I highly disagree with, Ricky J. People getting arrested for saying naughty words on Twitter. I think that's the most laughable thing. And I'm just... Listen, there's a lot of fucked up shit. There's a lot of fucked up shit in the United States, right? We are a very fucked up country. Like most are these days. But shit is real bad over here. I can get behind that, right? But god damn if I am not happy that I cannot be arrested for anything that I say, unless it is a direct threat of violence. Holy shit. Am I glad that I don't live in somewhere like the UK, where one of the city police went to Twitter and were like, "Don't you dare say naughty words on Twitter, we're watching." Holy shit, am I glad that I don't live in a place where shit like that happens. Count Dankula is a really good example. I'm really glad I don't live in a place where shit like that can happen to me. Yep, the guy with the Nazi dog thing, that's Count Dankula. Super happy I don't live in a place where shit like that can happen. America has a lot of flaws. The USA has a lot of flaws, but I'll tell you one thing. That's one thing that we have right. And that's one thing that a lot of the rest of the world does not have right. And I am very, very, very happy to live somewhere that at least has free speech correctly. Uwu Queen is here. Welcome, Volcano Girl. Why is this duel giving you trouble? I don't know, man. Maybe because it's Seto third and I'm trying to get A-Pows. It's hard, man. What's cooking? Average looking? Hell yeah, dude. I'm the most average looking guy you'll ever meet. I always considered myself slightly below average, if I'm being honest. There were large parts of my life that I considered myself like just legitimately butt ugly. But like the past couple years, I would say, I think I graduated from being legitimately an ugly person to being like slightly below average looking. And I could get behind that. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment, slightly below average. I'm okay with that. It's better than what I used to be. As long as we're climbing, boys, you know? As long as we're climbing that ladder. We're on a new rung today. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. You guys saw me in like fucking early high school, like really early high school, like late middle school. Yeah. My quote unquote glow up was mostly just, instead of being like butt ugly, I am now like just below average looking. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I've been promoted. That's right. Bro, you look nice, bro. Pretty cute, not gonna lie, no homo. Promoted, hell yeah. Bro, you look average plus at least. Eh, I appreciate the kind words, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I've had plenty of people who mostly agree with you guys too, but I don't know, man. I mean, we are always our own harshest critic, unless you're a narcissist, but yeah. I don't know. What did you play? Another ultimate. Dickhead. Never found myself attractive. Other people have always seemed to disagree. Yeah, I kind of have the same thing. I don't find myself attractive, but then again, I can get girlfriends that look like Feral. So, I mean, clearly I'm doing something correctly. If I can get a girlfriend that's as genuinely good looking as Feral, doing something right. Motherfucker, dude, I will never win it. I will never win it. God damn, that's such bad luck, dude. Almost 150 duels. Wins, not duels. Wins. Almost 150 wins. On Seto third. And not a single fucking Blue Eyes or Sky. Shitty, dude. Real shitty. Oh, I feel you on that, Waterlord. I hate listening to my own voice most of the time. Very occasionally, I can get behind how my voice sounds. But, like, normal speaking voice, like right now, I hate listening to my own voice. I cannot stand listening to my own voice. Like whenever I have to make a video and I'm like recording a script and I have to listen to it back and, you know, make sure I didn't stumble over words and stuff, that shit's torture for me, dude. Like, I'm like, oh my god, dude, how do people watch me? Ugh. I don't know, man. Other times I'm like, it doesn't sound that bad. Sound pretty normal. Yes! 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 Finally! Fucking finally, dude. Finally! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Fuck yes! 1 down, 2 to go. Whew. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Tonight is the night, boys. Holy shit, that's good. Fucking finally, dude. 143 to get 1. That's a yikers, right? That's a yoikers right there. Pop that sucker in. Whoa! Then he's the first draw. Look at that. I'm gonna suck that one up, boy. How close are we to $100? Oh, 100%? Like 40 hours away if I get average luck. Probably. I need to die ASAP. Yo, Nick with the $20 super chat, my boy. Thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate that, man. Says, appreciate all of the hours you put into this. Also glad to give to others during this crazy time. I really appreciate that, Nick. Thank you so much, my brother. And yes, I just resurrected a shitty 2016 meme. Leave me alone. But thank you. I really appreciate that. So much. Nick God. Remember, chat, we are having a donation drive because my car no longer works. So, you know, if y'all want to hit that exclamation point donate, click on that link and throw a little bit of a tip my way, I'd appreciate you. Any amount helps. A lot. Really, trust me, any amount helps. And trust me, I am in dire straits, brothers. I just went to fucking Walmart, okay? The only way I was able to get there was because my brother drove me there, right? And I had to spend literally every penny I had. And I mean, I had to spend every penny I had in order to buy enough groceries so that I would be okay until my brother can again drive me to the grocery store because I can no longer drive my car. So that's where we're at right now. I am pretty much broke right now. I am legitimately pretty much broke. I did buy him dinner that night as well, so that kind of hurt as well, but I am legitimately like broke right now. So I have groceries, thank God. I have food in my house now for a while, but I am broke because of it. And I need to buy that car, so kind of rough. So any amount will very much so help. I don't mean to sound like I am begging or anything, but really it helps. Thank you. Appreciate you. Give you a little kiss too. So can we get the legendary 2 in a row, I guess is the question. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories speedrunning, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons right in a row. And I still have not seen it happen because it did not. Still lockdown or something? We're still on like a partial lockdown, but that's not really the reason. I don't have a working car, so I can't get to the grocery stores or anything like that. Unless somebody drives me, which I was fortunate enough to have my brother drive me. But, so yeah, I need money. Luckily, it is the beginning of the month still. It's only the 8th of the month as of 15 minutes ago, which is good. Because that means all of my bills are paid for this month. Like, my rent is paid and all that shit. So that's good. I don't have to worry about that, at least for like another 3 weeks, thank Christ. Still really fucked on everything else, though. Do need to buy a car at some point. My brother's gonna help me buying the car. He's gonna loan me money. But the thing is that I really don't want to take... I only want to take what I absolutely need. I don't want to say take, borrow. I only want to borrow from my brother what I absolutely need to. Holy shit! Somebody just donated $66.67. The fucking madman. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Thank you. Oh my god, whoever did that. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Was that you, Gary? No way. That was you, Gary? Where's my fuck? Oh, my phone is the thing that's keeping my PS2 working right now. I cannot look at it. Yeah, we'll have to raise the goal up. I actually meant to raise the goal up anyway. I meant to put it at, what was it? 300? Yeah, I was gonna do 300, and I was gonna clear it before I started today as well. Like, it started at 33, but I'll just put it there now. And call it good. Thank you so much, Gary. Holy shit, dude. That was a god tier move, my guy. Gary God, dude. I like that. Gary God. Sounds like GG. Here, we'll put target value at 300. If we hit that, dude, how is that a B rank? I disagree. Dude, if we hit that 300, dude, that would be huge, actually. Because if, yeah, if we hit that 300, that would actually, yeah, that would be huge for as far as the car is concerned, because then I could put like half of that away to buy groceries the next time I have, well, that would be enough for groceries for like well over a month. So I wouldn't have to worry about groceries for a while. And then I can put the remainder of it towards the car, which is going to push me closer there. That would be huge if we could hit that. So donation goal is at 300 now. I don't assume that we're going to hit that today or anything, but if we hit it at any point, that would be huge. Hang on, what did he play really quick? Oh, shit. Lag Doge 501st with the $30 donation. Let's hear it.
Here you are, my good man. Thank you for that inspiring talk earlier, as well as your genuine reaction to the blue eyes drop. I have a feeling you can lower the WR with your current pace.
No, I can't. I very much appreciate the kind words and the donation. No, I cannot. Is the game louder than it was? No. I really don't think I can lower it with my current pace. I mean, no, not the record. Maybe my PB. I might be. No, there's no way I'm getting a PB on this. It's possible that I could get a PB. My personal best is 88 hours, by the way. The world record is 74. And my personal, the world record is 74, and my personal best is literally 12 hours longer at 88 hours. I might be able to beat my PB. And that is a very big might. But world record is completely dead. That is completely and utterly destroyed at this point, I think. I mean, obviously anything is possible. Is it possible for me to crush the world record right now? Yeah, it is. Right? But it would require, like, a level of luck that has never been seen on Earth. Like, it's not gonna happen. I would need a ridiculous amount of luck just to beat my fucking personal best of 88 hours. Yes, I play on an actual PlayStation 2. But yeah, thanks again, Doge, for that $30 donation. I really appreciate it. Honestly. I could use RNG Minute, but I'm not going to, Volcano Girl, because I want this to be a no RNG manipulation 100%. If I do use RNG Minute, then it pretty much becomes like a different type of 100%. So it's either like I do RNG Minute for the entire thing or for none of it. It's really not just like use it a little bit, because if I use it even a single time, then this is an RNG Minute run. If I get like everything I need in a row, then I mean, yeah, but you know, I don't think that's very likely. I just realized we are almost halfway to the $300 goal. That's fucking insane. That is fucking insane.
$170 donation received from Gary fucking Oak. Damn it, I'm getting this fucking goal.
What? What? Oh. Ow. Holy shit. Gary. There is a new god has just been born tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? Gary, thank you so much, dude. Holy shit. We just hit the $300 goal. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Dude. Oh my god. Thank you so much, dude. You did what? That's 170 plus the 66. So that is, what is that? $236. $236 total. What the actual fuck? Gary, the literal god, just he saw the donation goal, chat. And people were pitching in, and I appreciate you all. And he's just like, nah, this is my shit. I own this goal. I'm going to get a drill a hole in this goal's head, and skull fuck it in front of you all while you watch in awe. And let me tell you, I am watching in awe. I have no idea what I just said, but thank you. Ow, that actually hurt. Ow. That fucking hit me in the back really hard. So my chair does the PewDiePie thing. You know, how, gonna do this, you know? But when I came back up, I just kind of pulled the lever, and it just fucking, like, here's me sitting, here's the chair, right? I came back up, and then I hit the lever, I just hit it, and it went right in my back, dude. It actually took the wind out of me. Now I'm never gonna be able to get this chair back in the right position, like the perfect position that it was in before. Yeah, see, this is like... No, this is too far back, dog. I think that's it. Alright, I should play the game, because that's what the donations are for, is for playing the game. Keep playing the game. What's the best trap/magic card fusion in your opinion? The best trap/magic card fusion? Probably the death combo, I would say. The death combo. Now, for those of you who do not know what the death combo is, it is when you fuse dark energy plus acid trap hole. Dark energy plus acid trap hole actually makes dark hole. And that's why it's called the death combo. Dark energy, DE, acid trap hole, ATH, death combo. It makes dark hole. And it's actually a very, very useful fusion. It's an incredibly useful fusion to have. Particularly during like any percent, like vanilla any percent speedruns. If you end up getting a dark energy and some acid trap holes, it's actually worth it. What did you miss? You missed Gary donating $230 over the course of 2 donations. Like a literal god. First, the goal was $100, right? And when the goal was at $100, we had 33 of that, and then Gary donated the remaining 66. So then I increased the goal to $300. Then somebody else, Doge, donated $30. Thank you. Appreciate you. which means we were at 130 out of 300. And then Gary donated another 170 to bring the goal from 130 up to 300. Boom, bada bing. Easy peasy. Dude, I don't even think I should raise the goal again, dude. I think I should just leave it there. Just to fucking gaze at it. Now, I could raise the goal again because, remember, I'm trying to save up, like, literal thousands of dollars in order to purchase a vehicle. So, like, I've been doing it in smaller, like, clips of goals. So, I've generally always tried to keep an active goal going. Because it's always good to, especially when I'm saving up for something like this, it's always good to have some goal going. As long as it's all going towards the same thing, which it pretty much is. I could put a meme goal or something, but I mean, I don't even know, man. I just want to keep that shit there. Gary worked hard to fulfill that goal. If I raise that goal now, I'm just stepping on his toes. And I will not step on a deity's toes. That goal is fulfilled. End sentence. What's wrong with my current car? It does not work anymore. At all. I mean, it does. But, it ain't gonna be working for too much longer. It's to the point where I no longer feel safe driving it. So my car is really old. And, it started just, like, shutting off in the middle of driving it and making terrible noises. I took it to a mechanic it's a mechanic that I trust me on that. I've had him for years. He did my parents, he did me for decades. Anyways, he looks at it for like an hour or two and he's like, dude, this shit ain't worth it, fam. You are literally going to spend so much money fixing everything that is wrong with this old piece of shit that you may as well just buy a new car. I'm just being honest with you. He's like, the frame is rotting. There's multiple engine problems. There's an exhaust leak of oil. Like, he's like, it's just not worth it at this point. So I've been driving it still. But I can only drive really slow and at like very small distances. Because any more than that, and the car just shits itself. And even then, even though I'm only driving it at very, very small amounts of time, very small distances, and very slowly, two times ago when I drove it, I literally drove it to the grocery store, which is a 5-minute drive in one direction, 5-minute drive in the other direction. During that 10 minutes of operating the vehicle, the car shut off in the middle of the fucking road in traffic 3 separate times. Not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. My car legitimately just shut off in the middle of traffic. Now, luckily, I was in a position where all 3 of the times I was in a position where I could start it up again and kind of just get out of the way. But that shit happens in a worse position, I'm fucked, brother. I'm fucked. Like, all 3 times, I was either, like, at a stop sign with nobody behind me, or I was at a red light, and I was able to turn off my car and turn it back on again before anybody, you know, before the light turned green. I got really lucky. And ever since then, I've only driven the car twice, and I drove it even shorter distances than that. And it hasn't shut off again, because I've been taking it even easier with the car. But at this point, driving it is just really risky. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, this thing is going to just stop working and not turn back on at any point. And every time I drive it, I am risking that car just stopping forever in the middle of traffic. And that fucking scares me. So I've been doing my best to just not use it. My brother typically is able to... My brother is occasionally able to drive me to, like, the grocery store when I need it. Very occasionally. He did it a few days ago. And when he did drive me to Walmart... Bless him, by the way, for doing that. you know, I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do that again. So, obviously, when I went there, I had to spend a shit ton of money buying groceries out of fear, because it's like, I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be able to do this again, so I better stock up. So I spent a shit ton of money buying groceries. Granted, I'm good on food for a while now, but, you know, still, it's really shitty. Yeah, Gary's a demigod now. That's legit. Oh, fuck. Light Yagami. I'm so sorry that I hadn't seen that, dude. Thank you so much for the 549. I really appreciate that. It says, this game is my childhood, bro. Thanks for playing. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching it. You know, there's something that I want to mention really quick about Forbidden Memories. So, a lot of my viewers, a lot of you guys have thanked me over the years. And the way that I've been thanked a lot has been like, thanks for, you know, thanks for keeping Forbidden Memories alive, you know? Thanks for, you know, bringing me back to my childhood. Thanks for bringing back the memories. Thanks for keeping the memories alive. You know, that's what a lot of people say. Thanks for keeping Forbidden Memories alive by playing it and putting out content like that. And I have to say, it's not me keeping Forbidden Memories alive on my own. It's you guys who are also keeping Forbidden Memories alive. So you guys have to give yourselves some credit where it's due, because I think there's quite a bit of credit due to you guys. I'm not the only one who's keeping Forbidden Memories alive here. Every single one of you plays a part in keeping this game alive as well. Because I'll tell you one thing, if I was playing this right now and I had 0 viewers and nobody was interested, I probably wouldn't be playing it for much longer, at least on stream. I probably wouldn't be creating as much content for it as I am now if nobody gave a shit. So this is, this is a, you know, two-way street. It's a give and take here. I'm not the, you know, the memory would be dead if it wasn't for you guys, you know? So thank you. It's up you guys as well. Yeah, this is like a group effort of keeping the game alive, really. So. Yeah, you're way better than Chuck Norris, Gary. Chuck Norris is immortal, alright? You're a deity. You don't have to converse with the likes of him. Chuck Norris looks at pictures of Gary on the internet when he wants to get a good jerk off, if you feel my drift. If you catch my cold. I stole that joke. That joke is not my joke, but I thought it was funny, so I stole it. I'm sorry, JonTron. Yeah, we'll never make another game like this. Stealing is illegal, it's true. I was about to make a really, really bad current events joke. I have 69 viewers, now that's a pog in and of itself. I hope when I look back up there's a Blue Eyes there. Oh shit, I might— ah, fuck me. Did I overfill it? Shit. Or Sky Dragon, that'd be good too. Probably fucking— I'm gonna make a guess. I have not looked at the drop yet. I'm gonna make a guess. Megrius Light. Is that something he drops on SA? Maybe not. Pumpkin. Fuck it. Tainted Wisdom. I would have said that. Fuck. Get on there, you little shit. Dude, my vape has a cock ring. How about that? Why don't you like Duelists of the Roses game? It was kind of similar. I don't know. I really don't know, Light Yagami. Duelists of the Roses was indeed similar, but I don't know. It's not that I didn't like it, it's more so that I just didn't love it, I guess. Like, I played Duelists of the Roses, and I played it from start to finish. I beat the game. But it was okay. To me, it was okay. But it just wasn't good enough to the point where I would probably play it again. And most games are like a lot of games that I play are like that. They're the kind of games where like I'll beat it once and it was okay, but not good enough for me to actually go back and re-experience the whole thing. And Duelists of the Roses is kind of like that. I probably wouldn't play it again, but it's just not my thing. I can definitely understand why people like it, but it's just not my thing. This is more my speed. And I know that's pretty rich because this game and that one are very similar, but they're similar in a lot of ways, but they're also really different in so many other ways. Like, you have to admit, Forbidden Memories and Duelists of the Roses are very different games in a lot of ways. Very different. They have some similarities, but they're extremely different overall, I think. Quick question. Last time I watched you were done playing FM and didn't want to speak about it. Glad you're playing again. Just wondering what changed. Last time I watched you were done playing FM and didn't want to speak about it? When was this, Greg? Didn't want to speak about what? This is a yikes. Actually, no, it's not. I win. Actually, don't even need to fuse. Do I like the Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh games? I tried to get into one of them. It was, I think it was Sacred Cards I tried to get into. I played a couple hours of it, but again, I really couldn't get into it. I tried. I really did try. Trust me, guys, I've tried to get into a lot of different Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games. Because, like, you guys watch me for Forbidden Memories, right? That's what most of you watch me for. But I would probably get a decent amount of viewers if I played a different Yu-Gi-Oh! Game as well. I wouldn't get as, like, let's say I'm streaming Forbidden Memories, right? Let's say I get 100 viewers. Now let's say I go and I stream Sea of Thieves, Far Cry 5, right? Which I've done both recently. I might get 10 viewers for those, right? So like 1/10. But now let's say I stream a Yu-Gi-Oh game, not Forbidden Memories, but a different Yu-Gi-Oh game. I would probably get somewhere in the middle of that, probably around 50 viewers, right? So if I did find another Yu-Gi-Oh game that I really like, that would be very beneficial to me, because then I could play another game and still get a very good amount of viewers, so that when I'm tired of FM or I'm burnt out of FM, which happens, I get burnout from playing this. Fuck, guys, I've been speedrunning this game for 7 fucking years. Of course I get burnt out of doing the same shit, right? So it'd be nice if I could be like, okay, I'm a little bit burnt out of FM. Maybe I'll spend the next couple days playing this Yu-Gi-Oh game that I really love, and still get, you know, roughly the, you know, a good amount of viewers and still make a good amount of money to survive. So trust me, I've tried to get into other Yu-Gi-Oh games, but it's hard, man. I just can't. I haven't found one that I like. I haven't found another Yu-Gi-Oh game that I like enough that I would play it multiple times. You know what I mean? There's some games like Falsebound Kingdom. I actually liked Falsebound Kingdom a lot. The issue with Falsebound Kingdom is that the speedrun of it is extremely boring. The first time I played Falsebound Kingdom, like casually, and I played through the game, like start to finish, and I beat it. That was really fun. I loved my first playthrough of Falsebound Kingdom. But then I started speedrunning it, and it was just a really, 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 really boring speedrun. Because there's literally like 10-minute waiting sections. Like, just literally drop the controller, go do something else for 10 minutes. Like, very boring speedrun. Very fun to play casually for the first time, but not the kind of game like Forbidden Memories that I could just pop in and just do all these other different things every day. Like, there's just no other game like that. No other Yu-Gi-Oh game like that. You got Saga the Dark Clown yet? Probably. Oh, you meant FM2. I mean, generally, I don't really... The only reason I have a rule like that is because I get asked about FM2 a lot. And it just gets kind of tiring to be like... For people to be like, GFC, did you know that there is a Forbidden Memories 2? And then I have to say, yes, I know. And then they're like, well, have you ever played it? Yes, I've played it. Well, did you like it? No, I didn't like it. Well, why didn't you like it? Now I gotta go into this 30-minute fucking spiel as to why I don't like it. If I just say, oh, I don't like it, and that's the end of it, and people will be like, well, you gotta give a reason, and then if I give a reason and they don't like it, they'll be like, well, you don't like it for this reason, but I don't agree with that reason for this reason, and then I don't want to have a discussion, right? No fucking discussions. I don't like the game, I'm not playing it, end of discussion, don't fucking ask, right? That's why I put the rule there. But it's not, but like, if I haven't actually been getting asked about FM2 all that often lately, which is probably why I give less of a shit about talking about it now. Like, every now and again, I'm okay with letting people know why I don't like FM2 and things like that. Like, every now and again, as long as it's not constantly. But, you know, every now and again, I'll talk about it just to give everybody a reminder of like, hey, this is why I don't like it. You know, now it's fresh in everybody's minds and I probably won't get asked about it for a little while. And if I do, I'll say there's a fucking rule, you know? So now that I've talked about it today, if somebody comes into the stream tomorrow and asks about it, I'll just say read the description, that's the end of it. Because having this exact same conversation 10 times per stream, not my idea of fun. I just cannot fucking believe those donations, brother. Oh my god. Actual god, Gary. I don't want to just say Gary, though. Gary's a deity, don't get me wrong, but the other people who donated, I love you as well, really. I don't want everyone else to feel like they've been overshadowed, I guess. That's something that I really try to make sure I don't do, is like... I don't want to make people feel like they've been overshadowed by someone who donated more than them. You know what I mean? So, like, I know Doge donated $30. I know Nick had that $20 super chat. Light Yagami with the super chats. He did the $4.99. He just did a $2.29 one that I missed because I've been monologuing for so long. I appreciate all of you guys, really. I want to make sure everybody's clear on that one. Are you the fastest speedrunner in this game? I mean, yeah, I am. I have the record in it. I don't have the record in 100% in this. But if somebody, like... I have the world record in any percent, which is pretty much just beat the game as fast as possible from start to finish. Yes, I have the record. So yes, I can say that in all of human history... the person who has beaten Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories the fastest, and I mean the fastest from start to finish, from turning on the game, hitting new game, creating a brand new save file, to beating the last person Nightmare, yes, I am the person who has done that faster than anybody else ever has. Yes. But there's obviously other categories of speedruns that I'm not number one in. 100%. I'm like 5th place in this category. 100% is where you beat the game 100%. You do everything. You get all the cards. Then there's New Game Plus, which is beat the game as fast as possible with a deck that you've already created from a previous playthrough. Right? Things like that. I don't have the record for those. But yes, I have the record for this. Michi with the $20 donation.
$20 donation received from Michi
Let's hear it.
Here's another 20, just because.
Just because, Michi, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Michi. God damn, these nuts are for you. Thank you so much. God damn. $1 helps as much as $1.70? It does. I mean, any amount is appreciated just as much. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that your $5 donation is going to help me as much as a $170 donation, because we're all big boys here, right? We know that $170 is going to get me a lot further at the fucking grocery store, right? But that doesn't change the principle behind donating your hard-earned money to me. If you give me a fucking dollar, that is a dollar that you fucking worked for, that you actually worked for physically to get that money, and then you willingly gave it to me. Gave it. You didn't get anything in return that you would have gotten otherwise, right? Whether you donated or not, I would still be sitting here continuing the stream, but you chose to do it. You are getting free entertainment, and you chose to give money anyway. You have the option for totally free entertainment, and you chose to pay for it anyway. And that principle, it doesn't matter how much money you give, that principle stays the same, and I appreciate everybody for that equally who does that. Whether it is $500 or $5, makes no difference as far as that appreciation for that principle. Lucas, it's an 80 to 100 hour speed run. I'm not too worried about a minute. No, really, Farrell, don't donate anymore. You're different, Farrell. You're different. You shouldn't be donating to me, Farrell. Really, you don't have to. Yes! Sky Dragon! Fuck yeah! Woo! Yes! That's so good. That is so good. Yes! Fuck yeah. That's so good. That is so fucking good. You guys have no idea how good that is. Woo! Okay, that's really good. Yes! I'm so happy I was able to get a Sky Dragon before I'm done here. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so happy about that. Yes. Dude, I'm taking out a Black Dragon Jungle King, which is better just to put this fucker in because I want to look at it. Alright, very good. Very good, very good. Will I try S-Tec victories? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm never going to get an S-Tec because S-Tecs are a waste of time. Now, A-Tecs, yes, I will definitely get A-Tecs. Not tonight. There's no A-Tecs I need to do at the moment, but there is still lots of A-Teching that I need to do in this speedrun. But it's just not going to be done in this segment. Once I'm done with Seto 3rd and Haishin farming, that's when I go back to A-Tecs. But yeah, S-Tecs are a complete waste of time. You should never be doing S-Tecs. You should only be doing A-Tecs. Because S-Tecs and A-Tecs have the exact same drops at the exact same odds, but A-Tecs are always way faster than S-Tecs. So you should only ever be getting A-Tecs. If you ever get an S-Tec, you just wasted some time. So don't bother doing it. Only get A-Tecs. And yes, I will be doing A-Tecs. I've already done lots of A-Teching in this speedrun so far, and there's still lots of A-Teching to come, trust me. We'll be A-Teching My Valentine. We'll be A-Teching probably Nightmare, Meadow Mage, probably Kaiba at some point. There's plenty of shit to still do. Guys like Shadi and Bakura do not give exclusive cards or villagers. Most of them, no. Most of them don't. There's only a couple people who actually give, like, fully exclusive cards. Like, in the beginning of the run, we do farm Villager 1, I believe it is, for Mui and Curry, which I already did. You can win Mui and Curry from a lot of other people, but Villager 1 is the best place to get it. It has the highest chance. And things like, things like that. Dark Piercing Light is another good example. You can win that from a couple people, but it's better to win it off of, like, Villager 2 or Bakura than it is anybody else. Things like that. Card pool is the same for S-Tec as it is for A-Tec, right? Which is why S-Tec is a waste of time. That is exactly correct, Michi, yes. The drop pool is exactly the same, and you have to get to A-Tec anyways before you get to S-Tec, right? Because the way that it works, the best way to think of it is to think of it like, you're, think of it like you're, like, running in a race or something. Or better yet, think of it like going to a Starbucks, right? Let's say that there are two completely identical Starbucks. And when I say identical, I mean two completely identical. They have the exact same people who work there, right? The exact same menu. Everything is the same about them, hypothetically, right? Two Starbucks that are exactly the same, right? But one of them is 1 block away, and the other one is 10 blocks away, right? Which one are you going to go to more often? If your starting point is your house, your home, and one of them is 1 block away and one of them is 10 blocks away, which one are you going to go to more often? Right? You should always go to the one that's 1 block away because it's closer to you, right? There's no need for you to really ever go to the one that's 10 blocks away. As long as, hypothetically, again, we're always starting from the same starting point. So you're always going to go to the one that's closer. It's the same thing with A-Tecs and S-Tecs. A-Tec is the Starbucks that's 1 block away, and S-Tec is the Starbucks that's 10 blocks away. In order to get to the Starbucks that's 10 blocks away, you first have to pass by the one that's 1 block away, right? Say it's just one long street, right? And you're starting over here on this side. And on your way, there's a Starbucks right here, and then there's one all the way down, right? And you're walking this way on the street. S-Teching is like walking past that first Starbucks and then walking all the way down the street and going to that Starbucks. Doesn't make much sense, right? It's a lot faster to just go to that Starbucks because you're passing it anyway, right? You have to reach the first Starbucks before you reach the second one anyway, so why bother walking the rest of the way to the other one? Same exact thing with S-Tecs and A-Tecs. You have to get an A-Tec first before you even get an S-Tec. So anytime that you get an S-Tec, you could have gotten an A-Tec a couple minutes faster. Every single time. Because in order to get an S-Tec, you have to first get an A-Tec. That's kind of how that works. That's, like, the best way I could kind of describe it. Yeah, no, there's no Egyptian god cards in this game. Make your own coffee. There you go. No, we don't play against Duelmaster K, Lucas, at any point in the 100%. Duelmaster K is one of the people that will never duel. We'll most likely never duel him. Yeah, we'll probably never duel him. There's a chance that there's a chance we might duel anybody in the cleanup phase of the run, like right at the very end of the run when we only need a couple more cards. Maybe the card maybe there's a couple random cards that you might end up needing, and the best person is Duelmaster K, or maybe the best person is fucking Bakura. You know, there's no way to tell because it's the cleanup phase. We don't know what we really need until we get there. But Like, yeah, most speedruns, like 99% of 100% won't go there. Honestly, probably all of them won't. That never really happens anyway. But anybody is a potential farm spot for the cleanup phase. But during, like, the main phases of the speedrun, no, there's nothing that we go to Duel Master K for. Like, he doesn't have any exclusives or anything. I could DCJ this, and actually I'm going to, because I need to get damage in. And this lets me get plenty of damage in. That's actually perfect, him playing 3 MBDs, because if he went down to Black Skull, I'd be fucked, because this does not kill a Black Skull, but it does kill an MBD, just barely. Okay, the Starbucks was just part of the hypothetical. Replace it with literally anything. Okay, so yeah, now at this point, there's no point in me getting B-Pows, now that I've won Sky Dragon. So up until now, I was okay with getting B-Pows if it was fast. If getting an A-Pow was not possible, and I was definitely gonna get a B-Pow, but I already had control of the duel, then up until now I would just get the B-Pow. Because on B-Pow, you cannot win Blue Eyes, but you can win Sky Dragon. So it was worth finishing the duel anyway. But now that I have Sky Dragon, there's legitimately nothing I want on BCD. The only thing I want at this point is Blue Eyes, which is only on S-Pow or A-Pow. So at this point, even if it looks like I'm going to get a B rank, I'm just going to kill myself. Unless it's faster to just win the duel and be done. If I think that's faster, then I'll just do it. But there's nothing I could potentially win on them. So, going to be a lot more suicide. Magic, 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 magic. Damn it. That is a trap. Magic, 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 magic. Trap. Oh, come on, dude. I'm getting cock teased. I'm not gonna have enough cards. I'm not gonna have enough cards to win. Maybe with the Regeki and the Megamorph, now I might. If I drew an MBD, it would be a lot better. Or it'd be a lot easier. It's not looking good, though, I'll tell you that much. Okay, good. At least he played a fucking monster this time. Okay. MBD would help a lot. I don't know about this one, Chief. We really need to draw an MBD next turn, and he needs to not play an ultimate. And even then, there's a good chance this is going to be a B rank, even if I win. But it's worth trying at this point. Let's see what he does. MBD. Okay. I might actually have a chance here. Yeah, actually. Actually, I could have equipped it right there, and I would have won right here. I could still win if this is like Metal though, or Black Skull. Oh. Yeah, I could have won this turn. It doesn't matter, but like it's not really gonna hurt me at all. If this is gonna be a B rank, it would have been a B rank last turn anyway. Unless he does that. That's the one time it does matter, actually. Unless I draw something to get rid of it. That is not good enough. Actually, yes it is. What am I talking about? Let's do this. This is definitely a B-Pow, though. It would have been a B-Pow last turn anyway. But definite B-Pow now. Oh, well. This has been a very good stream. In an hour and 30 minutes, we got $300 of donations. We started with $33, by the way, on the donation total. We started the stream with 33. So being at 320, it's about 300 even in the stream in an hour and a half. Plus, we got our first Blue Eyes and a Sky Dragon. This is like the complete opposite of the last stream. The last time I streamed FM, it was fucking demoralizing as hell. Not a good segment. I played for like 4 hours. I won absolutely nothing, for 1. For 2, I really needed money because I wanted to buy my brother dinner, and I needed groceries, like I said. And donations were really dry that night as well. Which, again, I don't blame anybody for that. That shit happens. Alpalapan did donate that 33, which helped a lot. That's actually the only reason I was able to buy my brother the dinner. But, yeah, I mean, 4 hours of 0 drops. I mean, plus the viewer count was low for the last half. Donations were low. Bad segment. This segment is literally the exact opposite. High viewer count. Pretty decent viewer count. Unreal donations. Unreal drops. Really good drops. Hot drops. Even hotter donations. Thanks to the deity, Gary, and everyone else who is also deities. You're all gods, dude. I'm just a mere mortal here. I am but a mere mortal. This is the perfect draw. Because when I do this, I still cannot kill an ultimate with this. But at the same time, an ultimate can't kill me. But I have Dragon Capture Jar to get rid of one if it's played. So. Now, if he plays 2 of them, then I'm probably fucked unless I draw another MBD. And I don't even need it. I can just do this. So. Easy. I draw another Megamorph. Why not? This is just pure destruction right here. This is like the perfect example of Seto Third just getting fucking reamed, dude. Like, poor guy, dude. Dude, I am so ending this with Sky Dragon. Unless this kills him, of course. I don't think that does, right? Nope, 1250 actually. Yeah, that's perfect kill. I deserve Blue Eyes, right? You know what's really funny? Last segment, I said that the Blue Eyes was going to be pay to win. I said that I'm not going to win the Blue Eyes unless I get donations. Because Forbidden Memories is just like that when I play sometimes. I have this whole history with Forbidden Memories being pay to win, where I won't win something for hundreds of duels, and then somebody donates, and then I win it, right? And last stream, I was like, dude, this is such bad luck, but I bet you once somebody donates, I'm gonna fucking win it. And then this stream happens, I get big donations, and bam! After hundreds of nothingness, it's just bam, right there, fucking Blue Eye Sky Dragon, easy. Within like 10 duels of one another. Yeah, FM is just a microtransaction. Does playing the card face up save time? No, but it helps my rank. Playing a card face down hurts your rank, which is why you're seeing me play cards face up as often as I can. Even if I play a Widespread Ruin, I'll play it face up. Because for one, it doesn't make a difference to the AI anyway. Whether or not I play a card face up or face down against Seto Third makes absolutely no difference. Because Seto Third can see your cards anyway. Even if you play your card face down, Seto Third knows what they are. He's one of the people who can just see your cards no matter what. So it doesn't matter in that regard. But playing a card face down hurts your rank. And I'm trying to get good ranks here. So I will always play a card face up if I can. 35 more wins than I have losses. That's quite good. I'm happy with that. Your main goal when you're doing a farm like this is it's very appreciated if you can keep your win count higher than your loss count. And the fact that I have 35 more wins than I do losses, I'm very, very happy with that. So, like, overall, I would call this a pretty decent Seto farm in that regard so far. Now, as far as drops go, this is an average, I would say. It was bad luck for a while. This was like a bad Seto farm for a while as far as drops are concerned. But thanks to that Blue Eyes and that Sky Dragon happening, it's been upgraded from bad luck to average at this point. And now if I win another Blue Eyes within the next like 50 duels, then I would consider it good luck at that point. Oh, there was a super chat? How do I keep missing your shit, Light? Thank you so much for the 229. Says, what's your favorite kind of porn, though? That one, Mystery Hand. Mystery Hand is my favorite kind of porn. Yeah, people are crazy, Pharaoh. What's even crazier is that I don't have one. I don't have a Wikipedia page. That to me is insane, dude. They don't have a Wikipedia page for the world record holder of a children's card game that was released 20 years ago. Please. Defund Wikipedia. I know, right? The fucking audacity of them. See, I want to play this face down, and then play this next turn, and then flip this over, and then just get an insta-win. But if I do that, I know for a fact this piece of actual trash... Actually, yeah, I could just do this. It's fine. Worst case scenario... Because he's not going to flip that magic, so worst case scenario is next turn... Another ultimate is played. And if that happens, I suicide this one, play the other MBD, and boom, 35 easy. And he didn't even play another one. But you know what? I'm going to suicide this anyway, so I don't have any effective attacks. Owned. Bistro Butcher. Have I won that yet? I don't think I have. Oh, okay. I have 3 of them. Never mind. Why does that number sound familiar? 1496. That number sounds familiar. That's how many cards I have in my chest right now in the game. I'm not sure why that number sounds familiar. Best background tune in this game for you? Kaiba's theme. Right at the end of the World Tournament, Kaiba. That's my favorite theme. Any blue eyes yet? Yes, we have 1 blue eyes, and we won Sky Dragon. We won both of them tonight. Very, very, very good luck today, so far. Wait, why am I not dead? What the fuck? I'm not even looking at the game, but I just kind of assumed I'd hear the you lose music. 300 life points, good game. Probably played a trap too, so this isn't gonna work. Yep. Why Sky Dragon is good damage is 1600. His damage is 1900 for 1, but for 2, it's not a good card. I never said Sky Dragon was a good card. It's just a good card to win for the speedrun. Remember, this is a 100% speedrun, which means I need to get every single card in the game. Sky Dragon is very rare. It's an extremely, extremely rare card. So winning it is very good. You could buy Sky Dragon as well with star chips, but he costs 1,000 star chips. So if I ended up not winning Sky Dragon, like, at all during the run, that would be shitty, but okay, because I could just buy it later with 1,000 star chips. But now that I won it, that's 1,000 extra star chips that I get to play around with. Which means if there's a bunch of, like, really common cards that I just don't have near the end, even though they're common and I could just go, you know, play a couple rounds and probably win a bunch of them, now I could just buy them and save a bunch of time. And that's 1,000 star chips, which is a lot. So yeah, really good. But yeah, the card itself is not anything special. It's a 1600 dragon, which is good for twin-headed fusions, but I mean at this point twin-headed fusions aren't really a big deal anymore. That's not even the main thing in my deck anymore is twin-headed fusions. The main thing is really just MBDs and Megamorphs and Skull Knights and Zoas. And I mean just twin-headeds outright that I have as cards. Yeah, so yeah, the fusion for Swords of Revealing Light is Spellbinding Circle plus Spellbinding Circle plus Dark Piercing Light. The actual fusion is Shadow Spell plus Dark Piercing Light, but the issue with that is that you also cannot get... So you can't get Swords of Revealing Light anywhere, right? So you need to fuse it. The fusion is Shadow Spell plus Dark Piercing Light. The issue is that Shadow Spell is another card that you just cannot get anywhere in the game, so you also have to fuse that. The fusion for Shadow Spell is Spellbinding Circle plus Spellbinding Circle. So if you want to do Swords of Revealing Light, you need to first fuse the Shadow Spell and then fuse Dark Piercing Light on top of it. Which means during this run, I need to win 2 Spellbinding Circle, not just 1. In order to do that fusion. There's really only 2 times during the speedrun that I like absolutely need to win more than 1 of a card. And it's really the Blue Eyes and that. The Swords of Revealing Light fusion. I need to win 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons because I need to do the Ultimate Dragon Ritual, which requires having 3, and I need to make Swords of Revealing Light, which requires having 2 to Spellbinding Circles. So I will have to do A-Tecs for that later on. I kind of just want to YOLO it, but I'm not going to yet. Any date on your mind for the Fusions stream? What do you mean the Fusion stream? Hey sir, I don't know anything about the game, but I love Yu-Gi-Oh! As a game. Hope you're having a good day. I really appreciate that, Amen. I hope you are having a swell day as well. You can buy every acquirable card in the game. No, Two-Face, not true. What do you, well, it depends. What do you mean by acquirable? Do you mean like obtainable, as in like you can make it appear in your library? So a card appears in your library if you either win the card, buy the card, fuse the card, or ritual summon the card. That, at doing any of those 4 things will make the card appear in your library. And there are 689 of those. And no, you cannot buy all 689. There are a bunch that are not purchasable. Lots of them. No, Two-Face, no, yeah, no, you can't buy every card in the game, no. You can't buy all obtainable cards, no. For one, there's a bunch of cards that cost what's called max star chips, which is 999,999. So pretty much 1,000,000 star chips. But if you were to actually like hack the game to get 1,000,000 star chips, because you're not going to get 1,000,000 star chips without cheating. So if you hack the game to get 1,000,000 star chips, you could buy those cards. But even outside of that, there are still a bunch of cards that their codes just don't work. Like, you put in the code for them and it won't let you buy the card. It doesn't have a price. It's just not applicable. You can't do it. And there's a bunch of cards like that. A good example is Meteor B Dragon. Meteor B Dragon is a card that even if you have infinite star chips, you can't buy it. Same thing with Gate Guardian, same thing with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Even if you had infinite star chips, you can't buy them. The strongest card that you can buy if you did have 1,000,000 star chips is Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. But that card is technically unobtainable because the only way you could get it is by buying it with 1,000,000 star chips, and obviously that we're not going to require doing that in a speedrun because nobody in the history of Forbidden Memories has ever legitimately gotten max star chips. So, yeah. Yeah, nobody has ever gotten max star chips without cheating in some way, shape, or form. It's never happened before and it never will. It would just take too long. Faster to kill myself here. It's not going to be a good rank. I might have been able to win the duel, but I certainly would not have been able to get a good rank on it. So it's not worth my time. Spend the rest of my days grinding max star chips? Go for it. Make sure you stream it though. Hope you enjoy the next couple years of your life. It would take 3 years if you're fucking pretty dedicated. Constantly. Nobody's ever gonna get max star chips. Nobody ever has and nobody ever will. Feel free to prove me wrong though. If anybody wants to. You'll be the first one in history. Alright, I'm probably only gonna do a couple more duels. Only because I kinda did a really late stream tonight. It's already like almost 1:30 in the morning, so I'll do a couple more duels. It's almost been 2 hours, which is about what I expected for the stream, was about doing a 2-hour stream. I have around 5,000 star chips right now. The last time I checked was at the end of the last segment yesterday, and I had around 4,600-ish. Yeah, around 4,600 I had yesterday. So, honestly, probably closer to like 4,750, 4,800, around there. Nah, they wouldn't, Farrell. Nobody would. Because the thing is that at least with that, it's just that's a very different thing than doing the same exact duel over and over again for years with no variance at all. Especially on a game that like you're not even really gonna get recognition for it. There's no benefit to doing it. It's just the equivalent of getting like a high score in a game. But like, it's not like, yeah, I have the star chips now, I can like, you know, be overpowered, or this is nothing like that. Nobody would ever do it. It's not worth it. You're blessing me with the blue eyes? Pog, Gary. Gary the God is blessing us with a second blue eyes, apparently. Well, let's get it then, huh? Now, I don't know if it's gonna have to be a pay-to-win second blue eyes. But I mean, in my opinion, I think enough has been donated tonight to count for all 3 of the blue eyes. Honestly, if we said that each blue eyes costs $100, then we should be getting all 3 tonight. But then again, we also got Sky Dragon, and I don't know how much that one costs. So. I ended the duel with the blue eyes, therefore I get a blue eyes. That's how this works. I would have shit my actual pants. Not even my fake pants. And I don't want to get rid of something else too. Because this is not going to be enough to kill an ultimate. It's enough to match it, but... that's good. It's 200,000 duels, and each duel is about a minute and 15 seconds, so about 75 seconds. That's 75 seconds per duel, and you need to do 200,000. Now again, remember, this is assuming you get S-POWs every time, no A-POWs. So that's 200,000 times 75, and that gives you 15 million seconds. And if you divide that by 60, you get 250,000 minutes. And if you divide that by 60, you get 4,166 hours it would take of non-stop dueling. Now keep in mind, this doesn't really take into account things like loading times. This doesn't really take into account how long it would take to turn on the console in between sessions. You could just keep the console on, but the console's probably going to die at some point if you're keeping it on for that long. And when you put it in perspective like that, like, people have put thousands of hours into stuff before, right? You know, I know people who have thousands of hours in this game, thousands of hours in that game. So it can almost seem to be within the realm of, like, possibility if someone was super crazy. But you also have to remember what they're actually doing for that amount of time. They're just doing they're literally just doing this. And nothing else. No brain power, nothing. Just this. For like 5,000 hours. And for what? There's no payoff at the end either. That's why nobody's gonna do it, is because it's not worth it. If it was worth it in some way, shape, or form, like if it would make somebody like get articles written about them and they would be like kind of famous afterwards, then maybe I could see it happening. I could see somebody being dumb enough to do it, but that wouldn't happen. It's just not worth it as it is now. Let's see, is it a black skull? I don't want to risk it. Fuck. I mean, honestly, even if I did do that, it might have lowered my rank to B, so... Well, did I already use a magic? I don't remember. Oh, was there a graphical glitch? I wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah, graphical glitches happen pretty often in this game. Yo, what's up, Disruptor? I'm doing pretty well. I'll probably be done streaming in, like, 1 or 2 more duels, though. I wanted to stream for about 2 hours, and we're at 1 hour 55 minutes, so we're about done here. I'll do, like, another win or 2. And then we'll call it good for today. Very, 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 very good segment. I will say that. Extremely good segment. We made really good progress today. Really good progress. Yeah, the E-Hudge. It's a pretty common graphical glitch that happens in Forbidden Memories. It only really happens when you play on a console. The graphical glitch doesn't really happen on emulator. It only happens on console, and it seems to happen like way more often when you play on a PlayStation 2 that has fast disk speed turned on. So PlayStation 2s have an option when you turn on the console, and it's called fast disk speed. And it makes the game load faster. And when you have that on, it seems to have that graphical glitch happen more often because it's related to the disc just loading shit not the right way. But But keep in mind, the glitch is, like, totally aesthetic. Like, it doesn't actually affect the card or anything. It doesn't affect the stats of the card. It doesn't affect the game in any way except for visually. So, if I was to attack right now and there was a graphical glitch to my MBD that made it look like, I don't know, a Gate Guardian, it wouldn't, like, it wouldn't have the attack of a Gate Guardian, like, for real. It would still be an MBD. It would still function just like an MBD. It's just the card art would be fucked up for a moment, and that's it. Happened to you on emulator a couple times? It's definitely possible to happen on emulator. It's just a lot more rare for it to happen on an emulator than it is on console. Because it only happens due to loading errors. And loading errors is a lot more frequent when you're playing with an actual, like, actual hardware, like an actual spinning disc, than it is just reading memory from a hard drive. And when you tell the PlayStation 2 to have fast disk speed, which is something that the PlayStation 1 games, I mean, never really, they're not really designed, they weren't designed with that in mind. So when you do that as well, there's even more loading errors that will happen in that sense. Which is why it seems like it happens so much more often on PS2 with FDS on. Oh, is a golden... Well, we got the golden ultimate? Well, that's poggers. You put it in my Discord? Yeah, I want to see it. I don't know if it was a good one or a bad one. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, it was a black skull. Okay. Oh, okay, so it was black skull plus widespread. That's what the graphical glitch was. So the way that the graphical glitch works is it will take whatever the art of the current card is. So for example, if I had a graphical glitch happen with this twin-headed right here, it would take the art of the twin-headed and it would morph it. It would combine it with the art of whatever card was on screen last. So in that case, it happened with a black skull. And the last card that was on screen was a widespread. So what the game did was it combined the art for Black Skull Dragon with the art of Widespread Ruin. And what you saw was the result in that specific case. So now, the last card on screen was Harpy's Feather Duster. So that means that if I play this twin-headed right now, right, and the graphical glitch happens, it's going to combine the art for twin-headed with the art of Harpy's Feather Duster into some weird combination of the two. Didn't happen, but you get the idea now. Is Sarah a good card to buy? It's a good card. It's a helpful card, but it's not worth 1,700 star chips. If you have 1,700 star chips, I mean, buy a Bright Castle, brother. That's 800. Buy a Dragon Treasure. Buy a Dark Energy. Buy literally like a Beast Fangs. I don't know. But I mean, if you really want to buy, it, then I mean, go for it. The only reason we buy it is because we need to for the 100%. If we didn't need to buy it for the 100%, we would never, ever, ever buy it because that just, I mean, that's a lot of star chips, mate. That's a lot of star chips, mate. This isn't Sea of Thieves? Correct, it's not. I'll probably play Sea of Thieves tomorrow. Today was a really good day. I made a lot of progress in the run. I got a lot of donations, which means I can kind of, you know, maybe take a day off of FM tomorrow. Maybe play some Sea of Thieves. But I don't know. I kind of don't want to take a day off tomorrow. I might play Sea of Thieves for a little while tomorrow, but I do want to do an FM stream tomorrow. Because, I mean, after I get the good drops that I got tonight, I'm super motivated again, you know, to keep going, so. Yeah, I got my first Blue Eyes Marco, and I also got Sky Dragon tonight. And I got both of them pretty close together, too. So, very, very good segment today. Alright, I'm gonna get one more win, and then we'll call it good. Also, look at that draw, though. That was the perfect draw right there. Just enough for me to kill this thing. And still have enough cards left to win. Yeah, the last segment was really bad, really demoralizing. But this segment makes up for it, like, really easily. I mean, I was like 1 hour into the stream and I had already won Blue Eyes and Sky Dragon. Like, boom, boom, right then and there. Like, that's fucking good shit. Look at that, 2 ultimates down. Just by sheer power. Down a black skull, are we? Alright, that means I can win this turn. Or, no it doesn't. I thought I had a twin-headed ready. I don't think I'll win this turn. Yeah, no. No. If I was able to make... If I had a twin-headed, then I could have done twin-headed plus equip to make a 33. The fried chicken joke. Honestly, Two-Face, I probably read it and my brain just instantaneously just threw it out. Just because of how often I hear that joke. You have no idea how many times I've heard the GFC is close to KFC joke. I've heard it a lot. At this point, my brain sees it, and it's like I'm looking at a blank screen. Like, I don't even process it anymore. Alright, where are we at here? Okay, we're at 169. You gotta go to 170, chat. You gotta make it so your win count ends in a 5 or a 0 at the end of every segment. You just have to. You just have to. No, I don't normally stream this late. Yeah, no, very unoriginal, honestly, Two-Face. I've probably heard the KFC joke, like, more than any other joke with my name. What does GFC actually stand for, then? What, did you think it fucking actually stood for fried chicken? Like, is this earth-shattering news for you? GFC stands for whatever you want it to stand for. But yeah, I normally do not stream this late. I just decided to do a late night stream tonight, that's all. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna get one more win. So, I lost here, so this isn't the last duel. One more win, and then we're done. GFC stands for whatever you want it to stand for. If you want it to stand for giant glands fucking cunts, then that's what it stands for. If you want it to stand for Georgia Fried Chicken, then that's what it stands for. If you want it to stand for great fun content, that's what it stands for. That's what my name stands for. And that's the answer I give people because I really don't feel like sitting down and telling the story of my username for the next 5 minutes. It's a lot easier to just tell people that. Boop, boop, boop. Now that is good looking. This could be the last duel as long as I win. I just need... Actually, yeah, I'll win. The only way I lose is if he plays something weaker than MBD right here. Okay, yeah, we're good. Because if he played something weaker, then he would most likely flip this. And if this was Regeki or something, then that could have fucked me up. But since this is most likely a Gate Guardian... Yeah. He thought he was in control of the duel, so he was magic locked and he didn't flip it. Alright, that was the last duel. Unless I win a Blue Eyes or Sky Dragon. Zoa does not count. I already have like 10 of them. In fact, I have exactly... I have more than 10, I think. Or do I? That was number 10 exactly. 10 Zoa. What is the plural of Zoa? Is it just Zoas or is it Zoai? Zoai. Give me my Zoai. That's so annoying, dude. I'm annoying myself at this point. Fuck me. 4750. 4691. There is a 69 in that, and I'm alright with it. Instead of thinking of it as 4,691, you can just think of it as a 69 being sandwiched between a 4 and a 1. That's how I think of it. And our card count hasn't really increased because we're just farming the same guy over and over again, so of course it's not going to increase. Once we get all the rare cards out of the way, once we win all of the rare cards, that number is going to shoot up very fast. Because in this speedrun, you want to win all of the rare cards first. So that's why when people are like, GFC, how many cards do you have? What's the card count at? I mostly just tell them that, like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I try to tell people that it doesn't matter right now how many cards I have, because it really doesn't. Because for the past 54 hours, I've been focusing on winning all of the super ultra rare cards. So because I've been focusing on just winning the really rare cards, my card count is going up very slowly. But once I win all of those rare cards, the only cards that are remaining are super common cards. So for the first 60 hours, my card count's going to go up real slow. And then for the next 20 hours, it's just going to go... It's going to go up so fucking quickly. So that's kind of why. That was one hell of a segment, boys. Ooh, mama. What a good segment. What a good segment. What a good segment, Freud. Alright, so 54, 36, 58. I keep track of what my timer is at the end of everything. So 54, 54, 36, 36, 28. Okay. Set the splits, and then we save the splits. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight, chat. That was a really good late night stream. Like, holy freaking cannoli. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. Give you a little kiss. Mwah. I hope you all have a great night, or a great day, depending on where it is, what time it is where you are. And I'll see you guys next time, tomorrow. / today, technically. June 8th. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for the support yet again. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Love you all. And bye-bye. Time for your end of stream loud noise. Cover your ears because it's